guys. I believe we are finally ready. Thank you guys for hanging in with us. We are ready here with a demo run for what you guys are about to see here.
Are the young adult males.
In the young adult male head-to-head at the World Ninja League Championships for season 11. They're going to start off on the angled steps, over to the tack board, to the ring slider, then up to the flywheel, over to the
Angled steps, down to the broken pipe, onto the, where are they at? Okay.
octopus, to the tick-tock, over to the pipe coaster. Up they go, up the spinning basket. And then, and you guys may already know this, but the goal here is to be the first one to hit that finish button. So that's the goal. And who does that will move on to the next round. I I wanted to make sure to tell our competitors that I think they already know that.
Well, they've been going over the rules, so.
Okay, so I'm gonna hope Sapir included that.
The first run is just going to be a ghost run with some competitors that have already um, made it to the second round. And so this is just kind of a run for them so that they have there's the same amount of runs on each course by each person.
I believe these guys.
These are our ghost runners.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the bracket pulled up though.
And as you can see by our ghost runners and our demo runners, this course, they fly through the obstacles. They're hard obstacles, but they don't slow these guys down any.
Another couple of ghost runs for our guys who I believe already have a bye into the second round.
Attention coaches and athletes, gentlemen, is now opening up Game 3 of Masters Male over at stage 2 tall. First runners will be going at approximately 30 minutes for wave 3 of Masters Male over at stage 2 tall.
Okay.
All right, we got Liam Warren here.
And Robert Kine.
In the far lane, Robert Kinney in the near lane from Ascend Obstacle Training. He's from Littleton, Massachusetts. And Liam Robert catching up here across the tick-tock. Trying to generate a little bit more momentum onto the spinning baskets. And as Liam reached for the buzzer, he couldn't quite reach the first time, so Robert Kinney rallies for the victory.
Snuck in with a victory. Next up, we've got Benjamin Leslie and Brooks DeGeter. And now they're off to the sorry guys, we're having some trouble with some graphics over here, but we're getting it worked on. Looks like Brooks took the victory on that one with Benjamin right behind him.
Now we got it figured out. I wasn't looking in the right place for the button I needed. All right, we got Swan Barbier versus Dylan Jones here. Dylan in the far lane up to the flywheel.
Okay, Swan is off on the TikTok, and I saw Dylan come flying by, so
Swan,
this
I
is
think,
getting ready to get really close.
so Dylan did not clear that. So what
Okay.
they've done is adjusted the course here for these young adult males, and it's requiring quite a jolt off of that TikTok to get enough momentum here to land this. And Dylan, okay, so when they come off that TikTok, they've got to grab that pipe coaster, and it looks like our referee here is pointing out that.
I believe they both ran out of time.
Okay, so I'm not sure who's going to advance on that. I'll look at the bracket here. Jackson Salinas now versus Levi Bell. Levi in the near lane from M Lab, Ohio. Jackson in the far lane out of the Ninja Lair in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Off to the sky wheel, onto the pole vault, down the log seesaw, hit the broken pipe, and now on the octopus.
Big swing off the octopus to the TikTok. Up to the pipe coaster.
Oh, that pipe coaster. Okay.
Did that count? I thought one of Levi's feet touched, but it did not. So Levi can then ring my bell, and he's on to the next round. Graham Ketchum now in the far lane, and Cameron Ring in the near lane. And this is based on seeding. This is a 16 versus 17, so this ought to be a nail biter. Cameron Ring here, and I believe he's out of. And Cameron Ring is on to the next level. The pole vault record holder at his high school, Plainfield North. Ian Van Diver now in the near lane. Devin Henshaw in the far lane. Down the ring slider. Up to the flywheel. On the angled steps.
There they go, down the broken pipe, onto the TikTok.
Oh, and Ian took a little bit of a tumble there. Gives Devin a little bit of wiggle room, and Devin Henshaw.
Well, you got to slow down to get on that TikTok, but you can't slow down too much. It's hard to put on your brakes when you're going that fast.
No kidding. You got to land it perfectly, and now Ian trying to complete the course. But that's okay. They say that's all right. You'll make your way into the comeback bracket. So now James Ethan Cooper versus Luke Ryan. Luke Ryan wants to thank his sponsor, Top Rung Athletics, working out of USA Ninja Challenge in Marlboro, Massachusetts. And James Ethan, one of our Dexterity Depot guys. Luke is on a roll. On to the TikTok.
Oh, this is going to end up being really close.
Up the spinning basket, and Luke gets the buzzer first, and Luke Ryan is moving on. And I believe this is going to be waiting on our graphic to update here. And they may be just trying to, according to what I have, this is supposed to be Benjamin Leslie versus Brooks DeGeeter. Let me just make sure of that. Waiting for the graphics to populate here.
I believe this may be the right graphic. I heard a young man behind us yell, "Go Noah!"
Okay. Luke Ryan, I'm pretty sure, was in the previous race.
He was.
Oh, yeah, okay,
He
because I'm
was.
seeing his is showing that he has completed. I think maybe it may be something. I think somebody behind me is saying the ref did not reset something. So I'm not sure what that is going to translate into. Here we go. Joshua Vorenchik is our other competitor. Like you said, Noah Burton in the far lane. Joshua Vorenchik. He loves to generate some swing. So he just graduated high school. He's going to be going to Ave Maria University in the fall down in Florida. So let's see if Joshua can get ready to head to Florida and maybe take a world head-to-head championship with him. Up the spinning baskets. And there we go for Joshua Vorenchik.
Noah got stopped up on the broken pipes. He's heading on down to the spinning baskets now.
And now Joshua, boy, if he could get the head-to-head world championship, I believe I'd wear that thing all around campus at Ave Maria when we move in this fall. Jackson Amaro now versus Jack Patton. Jack Patton out of Chandler, Arizona. And Jackson Amaro from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Jackson trying to generate a little swing. Now onto the TikTok. Up the spinning basket. And I tell you what I'm noticing is the spinning baskets are not offering much resistance for these young adult males. Where they're maybe getting a little bit tripped up is on the TikTok. And I believe there's one other obstacle before that's kind of giving them a little bit of trouble. Yair Kedem versus Jeremy Loff in the far lane. Jeremy out of Naperville, Illinois. Yair from Ness Ziona Center out of that Israel group. been extremely tough here all weekend at the World Championships, but Jeremy wasting no time, posting a great time of 19.5 there. Gets a handshake and a hug from Yair as they come off the finish line. Now Jordan Halub versus Gabriel Kalnan in the near lane. Gabriel out of Greenville, South Carolina. Jordan from Cleveland, Ohio.
This has been pretty close so far.
No kidding. Cross the broken pipe. Jordan, and Gabriel beats him out of the octopus, now out of the tick-tock and up the spinning basket. And Gabriel, the fairly local guy from Greenville, South Carolina, from Motive Athletics. And here comes my man, Coach MJ. I can't say enough about Coach MJ. I believe he's going to be coaching maybe Emmett Kirshner. Could be wrong on that. Hang on. Wait, no, it's not either one of those, so forgive me. Okay, let me see who we got here. Just waiting on our graphics to turn over. Okay, I believe this is going to be, well, no, that was Jordan and Gabriel right then. So it would stand to reason that this is Jason Behrens versus Clayton Livingston, but don't quote me on that. And I think, can you tell what we've got going on here?
No, I'm not sure.
Looks like everybody's in place.
Liam Warren and Robert Kinney Kind.
Okay. So we're skipping around just a little bit here on the bracket. Okay, Liam. Robert out to a quick start.
Nice job, Robert, coming from behind.
Liam rallying. Falls just a little bit. Robert trying to catch up, and now Liam misses the bar on the pipe coaster. Robert makes his way up, and Robert Kinney now makes his way to the finish line first. I think Liam might have missed one of the obstacles. He's asking for a little clarification there from one of our officials. And Coach MJ is, I heard him as he was coming off. He said, I don't know what the rule is on that. So there was maybe a little bit of confusion on one of the obstacles.
Okay, but we're back with James Ethan Cooper versus Luke Ryan. James is from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. And Luke is from Marlborough, Massachusetts.
James Ethan with a little bit of a lead, and now he just coasts to the finish line. All right, our next competitors are ready.
Let's go, Jason. Is there a sound, Josh? You're trying to be looking at the clock. No. Cleats it. That's Jason.
This may be I believe Ninja Works is trying to keep up here with the graphics. But it's a little bit of a challenge to, these guys are just so quick getting here.
Okay, it looks like we have Jason Burns and Clayton Livingston.
Okay, Jason Barons now. We've heard that name a lot over the last couple days. Jason zooming to the TikTok. Up to the spinning baskets, and he gets the buzzer. Jason Barons now. Great run for him. And he's on to the next round. Now Ben Bucci Torres versus Conrad Smith. Conrad out of Boston, North Carolina. So right here in the Tar Heel State versus Ben from Independence, Missouri. Ben over the pipe coaster, up the spinning baskets, and Conrad comes up just a little bit short. Great run there for Ben Bucci Torres. Now Bryce Johnson from Lawrenceville, New Jersey in the near lane versus Asher Roy from Sterling, Virginia. Both up to the flywheel at about the same time. Asher rallying. They are neck and neck, but Bryce gets a little quicker launch off of the octopus up to the pipe coaster, and Bryce is going to roll to the buzzer. You saw they got to the octopus about the same time, but Asher had to kind of swing back to get a little bit of momentum. You hear fans encouraging Asher, hey, just go ahead and finish the race. Like we heard yesterday, you know, if nothing else, get you a little practice run in before you make your way down to the comeback bracket. Now, Nathan Hahn versus Chase McCambridge. Nathan Hahn from Team Level Up might be the son of one of our competitors yesterday in the Masters male category. Mr. Hahn had a great run. And now it looks like Nathan is going to follow in his footsteps. And he does, just barely.
Yes,
I thought Chase was going to come back there.
I did too. I just keep looking at Nathan's bio pic or profile pic, and I'm not too sure if that is his dad.
Maybe not.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Remember Dad's picture?
Oh, yes, his dad.
It was
with
one
the,
of your favorites.
Mr. Funny Face. That was one of my favorite ones for sure. I'm going to have to, if we have a little bit of a break. Do you remember his first name? Was it Chris or Jeff? I can't quite remember it. Anyway, I feel pretty confident that was his Nathan's father.
Let's get that in now. Masters male to stage 2. Last call for video reviews.
All glory to Jesus, Nathan said. And he has exactly what he wants read if he clears stage, each stage. And he says Worlds is one of his favorite times of the year. So, Nathan, I'm tickled for you that you made it to this point. That's a great run. 17 years old for Nathan Hahn. Way to go there. Next competitors now, I believe it's going to be West. Well, I don't know.
How about Jordan Halub and Gabriel Kaunan?
Okay, sounds good to me. So we're still in the double elimination phase. So again, if an athlete does happen to lose here, when they get to that single elimination phase, they can still make their way through that comeback bracket and still win the championship here in the young adult male category. All right, Jordan Halub in the far lane, Gabriel Collin in the near lane. Jordan getting a lot of swing off that flywheel. Gabriel kind of bypasses that across the broken pipe. Let's see what he does with the tick-tock here. Up to the pipe coaster and up. Oh, my goodness. I thought Jordan was going to pass him there coming down the home stretch, but Gabriel does get that buzzer there just ahead of Jordan Halub. Jordan's got over 300 Lego sets. He has a dedicated room in his house. He has created a series of fantasy worlds. He's a scuba diver, lifeguard, certified in CPR and first aid. He wants to be a marine scientist. So, Jordan, that's some big-time goals for you, man. Good luck to you as you make your way through those. I believe our next competitors are going to be West Federico versus Malachi Morris. So if you're waiting for those two guys, it is almost their time to shine here. And seems like it was about this time yesterday. Well, it might have been a little later when the kids kind of gather up here at the rail, cheering on the competitors.
I was noticing that too. How we're starting to fill up over here again.
We've got the young adult males. Next up is going to be the Masters females and then the preteen males. And the evening session is going to be the teen females. And our nightcap closing out the evening here on course A is going to be the adult males. So, a lot of family members, a lot of friends, and one thing I've noticed too, it seems like a lot of people are making new friends here at the World Ninja League Championship. So maybe they weren't friends when they got to Greensboro on Wednesday, but
they've spent a lot of time with each other the
absolutely.
past 6 days.
And very little kids' faces in screens too. And these guys are moving and jumping and grabbing and climbing.
They're ninjas
They are ninjas. They are
or family members of ninjas.
absolutely. They are active young people.
They don't need a screen to entertain them.
We're going to take a little bit of a break here. I'm not sure what the holdup is, but we will be right back.
Attention coaches and athletes in the preteen male division over there in stage 3. We are down to our final 10 runners. If anybody is in need of a video review, let's get that submitted now for preteen males at stage 3. Last call for video reviews.
All right. All right, here we go. Yeah. And a little bit of a staff change out. Just want to shout out my man Ryan there. These young guys, these young officials and crew members, they have been outstanding here in Greensboro. Done a great job. Ryan just gave a couple new rig team members here on the course, a little crash course, no pun intended. And I think we're going to be ready to go. Got my camera switcher here. He's been doing a phenomenal job, too. Let me get his name. All right, Dylan has just jumped right in. Learn these camera. I'm telling you, this camera setup, if running an air traffic control station is too easy for you, you want to move up to something a little bit harder, come try to work these cameras for a weekend here in the Greensboro Coliseum. And these guys have been doing a phenomenal job trying to bring you guys a good stream. Other official here, he's doing a real good job. You can see in one of our other shots. His pink swim trunks don't exactly match the officiating stripes. He may be headed to the pool when he leaves the Coliseum here today, but that's all right.
I wouldn't blame him a bit.
Our other official there kind of going through some things with him, said they ran 35,000 steps yesterday. So I can imagine they will probably match that today. I think I might have got 35 steps in yesterday, so just short of 35,000. Kind of sitting here in front of this monitor right here on the sidelines, watching these guys compete. And I believe we have some competitors. I believe we've got Wes Federico in the far lane and Malachi Morris in the near lane. I like Malachi. I like his coach's shirt, the Easy Ninja EZ. And Wes is off and running across the teeter-totter, across the broken pipes, now to the TikTok. Oh, Malachi took a little bit of a tumble there. He's got to go back. And that opens the door for Wes to make his way on to the next round. Now Malachi, he's not done yet. He will head down to the comeback bracket, so he's got a chance to fight his way through that comeback bracket.
Will start in just under 30 minutes. That is for Masters females. Check in now at head-to-head. First runners in about 30 minutes.
It's Blake Hahn now in the far lane, and you can hear, just like yesterday, that team level up. They are loud and proud here in the Coliseum. You can see that sea of black and orange cheering on their teammate here, Blake Hahn. Robert Kinney in the near lane. This is going to be a great race. I can feel it. And these two guys have been outstanding so far.
Blake is wasting no time getting down to the
No kidding.
TikTok, down to the basket and to the buzzer. I'd like to see that time.
Robert had a little bit of trouble in the early going there, but he makes his way. What do you got, Christy?
I'm going 16 something.
I cheated. I saw it on the screen. It was 15.68. So
No way.
sub 16. Eli Perez Grogan now versus Brooks the Geeter. Eli from Londonderry, New Hampshire, 4-time World Ninja League Championships finalist. Brooks trying to give him everything he's got here, and Brooks can't get to the buzzer. He took 3 swipes at the buzzer, and finally, the third time was the charm for Brooks the Geeter, and he stays perfect here in the double elimination round. Now James Ethan Cooper in the far lane, Luke Ryan in the near lane. James Ethan, a little bit of a lead. Luke trying to make up some ground here. James Ethan across the broken pipes now to the tick-tock. I was thinking Luke was going to have to do that. He was going to have to go straight on the tick-tock to try to make up some ground, and that's exactly what he did. But James Ethan just had too big of a lead to be caught. Emmett Kirshner now. I wonder if this is Tom's son. Swan Barbier in the near lane. Emmett from Cedar Falls, Iowa, out of Ninja U. And Emmett with a super clean run.
He's not wasting any time.
Awesome run there for Emmett Kirshner. Swan getting up. He's going to finish the course just short of the pipe coaster there. So now Cooper Hall, another representative of Team Level Up. You guys at home can probably hear those cheers rising. Levi Bell here in the near lane.
Off to the flywheel. Onto the level steps.
And this will be the final matchup in the first run through the double elimination. And it's going to be Cooper Hall moving on. He's going to face Bryce Johnson in the next round in the winner's bracket. So again, we started off with, I believe, 35 competitors here in the young adult male category. So after the first run through, now I think we're going to make our way down to the comeback bracket. That's Cooper Hall from Team Level Up gets to run. Cooper, 16 years old. He's from Kernersville. So literally, 10 to 15 minutes down the road here. I think this is Barron's in the green shirt. I'm not 100% sure. I think this is Jason Barron's. Again, I could be wrong. Yeah, again. No, I don't think I'm right. All right, still waiting on a little bit. I'm not quite sure. Saw a fan on the rail. I don't know if he was talking to one of the upcoming competitors or asking an official. Yeah, I think he is talking to an upcoming competitor. I believe Jay Capo and Abby Clark sitting across the way were trying to get somebody's attention. Behind me here, they were waving at me, so I waved to them, you know, just on the odd chance they were just trying to wave at the broadcast guy. But judging by their reaction, I don't think I was their intended wavee. What do you got going on over there, Miss Queen?
Not a whole lot. Just waiting for the next competitor.
All right, so it looks like maybe, I'm not real sure. We've had a couple unexplained pauses here.
Yeah, I don't know if the reps are questioning something. I see a couple of officials back at a computer desk. Here we go.
All right, are we maybe ready to get a couple runners? Okay, so it looks like maybe Ryan is talking to a couple of coaches, and now they're pulling their athletes actually off the course, and I think we're going to get maybe a little bit of course maintenance going on here. There was a question about something, and I don't know. Let me see if I could get the official Ryan, if I could get him on the stream. He could clear things up for us. Maybe here, just so you guys could get an official word. You know, like when you're watching a basketball game or a football game, the official has the mic and they'll, you know, raise their hand and tell the crowd exactly what the result of the replay is. Maybe if we could get
You'd like to have that.
our official Ryan.
Okay. Here's your chance. Here it
Yep.
comes.
Let me get Ryan over here. So he's talking to our other official who recorded the 35,000 step day. Hang on just a second, guys.
Grab a headset real quick.
All right, Ryan, just trying to get a little clarification. What we got going on down there, buddy?
Yeah, so with the I think what wave is this? I can't remember the exact wave. I believe it's young adult male.
Young adult males, yes.
Yeah, so they're moving so fast out there that it's hard to get the reset going, and a lot of issues. We're having a lot of challenges with the resets on the TikTok. But right now it's also bracketing issues. This is with the head-to-head, two athletes going at once is weird to move the bracket around as well. So it's a lot of issues for this fast-moving wave. We haven't had issues in the longer waves, adults for that you know what I'm saying. But
absolutely, and we talked about that earlier. How fast these guys move. It's just hard to keep up with them.
That's what I'm saying, man. My heart's moving fast. I'm talking fast right now because they're just crazy out here. But hey, all props to them. They work hard, and we want to give them the best opportunities out here. So making sure everything's right, man.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it,
you
buddy.
guys. Good to talk to you.
Telling you, Ryan is on it. I knew he would have an explanation for us on what was going on. And I believe it's a reset button, he said there, that these guys are moving so fast. These young adult males, 15 to 17 years old, and just trying to get the software, the bracketing, and the buttons to keep pace with what these guys are doing here. We've got a big contingent from Ninja U across the way. I don't know if they're challenging people to a flex off or exactly what it was. I want to make sure I didn't miss out. Still trying to get everything to catch up here. And again, I hope you guys can see.
I'm going to take a pause for a second.
All right, let's take a pause. We'll be back.
Attention coaches and athletes in Masters Female. Check-in is still open for you guys at head-to-head. First race is going to be in about 15 minutes for Masters Female. Head-to-head. Come check in now. First race in about 15 minutes.
First off, set your head, just have a good time. You're having a good time. But now that you're having that good time, you can kind of go out and send it. Definitely on that second half, what I found is it's really hard to make a slip up when you're going fast. So all those are momentum based. So when you're going crazy fast at the speed where you typically slip up, it's easy to do over there because you have a lot of momentum and you're just moving, right? And as long as your eyes are darting up and down, right? And always, wish you better in your body. No, it's good. I'm gonna go watch Johnny Keys. And I'll try to discuss my plans. Good luck.
Luke on red, Jackson.
Luke, you got enough chalk?
Okay, we've got a couple competitors now on the block, maybe. We may have gotten some clarification on some of the rulings from earlier, and again, we're waiting. So we got Luke Ryan up top, Jackson Salinas on the bottom, trying to make their way through the comeback bracket. Luke off to a lead. Across the broken pipes, here to the tick-tock.
Jackson's not far behind.
No kidding. Jackson catching up quickly, but Luke climbs those spinning baskets up to the buzzer. So Luke survives. Now Yair Kadem versus Dylan Jones. Dylan in the near lane, Yair in the far lane. Dylan gets off to a good start there. On to the flywheel.
Oh, Yair skipped flywheel.
He did. He rolled right through that flywheel, and I believe that is going to be a springboard. All right, lost his footing there. So does Dylan. Dylan's got to go back. Yair up the spinning baskets, and Yair Kedem has survived. I think Dylan just had a little bit of an issue with that pipe coaster, and he couldn't quite make it. Now Benjamin Leslie here versus Conrad Schmidt. Conrad in the top lane, Benjamin in the near lane. Fairly even so far, along to the flywheel. Benjamin with a little bit of a lead.
They are toe to toe.
No kidding. Conrad takes a little bit of a lead off those broken pipes up to the spinning baskets, and Conrad gets the buzzer. So Conrad is moving on. Now, Malachi Morris, the All-American outfit, versus Liam Warren. Malachi runs into a little bit of trouble off that ring slider, but
Liam did the same thing.
yeah, they kind of found a cheat code there. Yeah. Over the tick-tock for Liam. Liam, if he can climb the... Yes, he did. Up the spinning baskets, and Liam is moving on. Great run there from Malachi. All right, on to our next batch of competitors here in the comeback bracket. This should be Robert Kinney in the near lane and Graham Ketchum in the far lane. Robert gets out just a little ahead, but Graham right there with him, almost mirroring each other. Down the broken pipe, up to the tick-tock. Across the pipe coaster to the spinning baskets. And Graham had the lead, but he couldn't quite get up the spinning baskets. And Robert passes him for the win. Robert Kinney with a great rally there. Now it's Noah Burton in the top lane, Eli Perez Grogan in the near lane. On to the flywheel. And I think everybody's kind of figured out you can just hit that middle bar there. Don't even touch the two wheels. Eli flying forward up the spinning baskets, and Eli is moving on. So great race there for Eli. Jordan Holub now and Swan Barbier. Swan trying to get himself rolling off of that ring slider.
Here comes Jordan.
Okay, Jordan. On around. And Jordan gets the buzzer. I think Swan ran into a little bit of trouble throughout the course. Now Asher Roy versus Levi Bell, not Levi Bell. This one's neck and neck so far. Levi across the broken pipes, up to the octopus. Asher
just
with
took
a
oh!
And he lost his grip, and Levi is moving on. So Levi Bell from M-Lab, Ohio. A great run for both of those guys there. And I believe that is going to send us now back to our double elimination round.
Basket foul. Don't ice yourself. Basket foul.
Getting a little bit more.
They gotta fix the basket.
And now I see a ladder, so it's possible having a little bit of an issue with that last, the buzzer there. Trying to make sure everything is as it should be with the ladder. I see a rig team guy.
We have the power to stand up in it. We could stand up in it. I mean, yeah. The power of standing on the start platform. Which clip is this? Oh, did you see all those the joy clips? Yeah.
I could make another recommendation for next year. Something they could consider is if they could schedule maybe in some of these breaks, we've got the ladders, we could have a ladder match between two of our contestants, or maybe 5 or 6 of our contestants with a championship belt up, at the very top of the rig.
Right.
And that would, if we got a 30 or a 45-minute break, maybe sell some extra tickets for a ladder match. I mean, you get a guy like Javon Evans or Penta, some of the lady wrestlers, I mean, they would be phenomenal. We've got the ladders here. We've got the height. We've got the crowd. We've got people who aren't scared.
Okay.
We're back now. Ian Van Diver versus Luke Ryan. Ian in the far lane. Neck and neck coming across the broken pipe. Luke got a little bit of an advantage off the TikTok, but I think he must have stepped on the floor. So now Ian Van Diver is going to cruise on to the next round, and unfortunately, that is going to be the end of the day here in the head-to-head for Luke Ryan. Now Jack Patton versus Yair Kedem. Yair, one of our Israeli competitors. They have been so well represented here in Greensboro.
By all ages,
No kidding.
male and female.
Jack rallying, and Yair stumbles a little bit coming off the octopus. Jack's got to get a big swing. He does. Now on to the TikTok. Jack trying to get a lead. Now he's got to get to the spinning baskets. And with, well, oh my goodness, wow. Yair was struggling in a couple obstacles in the middle of the course. And Jack, I thought, was going to give him a chance to catch up. Clayton Livingston now and Conrad Schmidt in the comeback bracket. And I believe they must have gotten off. One of them might have false started there. So we're going to try it again. Clayton Livingston in the far lane from Calgary, Alberta. Conrad Schmidt in the near lane from Bostic, North Carolina. He also plays high school baseball, won their division champion this year. He made all conference. He was born with syndactyl. I know I'm not saying that right. His middle two fingers were webbed together. So he had surgery before he was a year old, split the fingers. His ring finger's extremely crooked, looks like it's broken. Twin sister should be at World. She tore her ACL, so let's see if Conrad can keep his run going. Clayton's got to turn around and go back. Coach MJ giving him a little instruction, but Conrad, did Conrad get credit
That's what I'm trying
for
to
the
figure out.
pipe coaster? Now Clayton just laying face down, so I guess Conrad did get credit and he survives. And so it looks like now Coach MJ with Clayton, and I believe they are going to challenge, maybe request a video review on that. So I'm going to hope to get an update here. Okay, I think I heard Coach MJ talking to maybe Clayton back here behind me, and he was explaining that one of the bars, or maybe two of the bars on that lane, I don't know if it was the pipe coaster or maybe on the flywheel or something. One of the bars, either way, is not functioning properly. So he is requesting, you see him there in the shot, you see him there requesting, he's telling these guys, hey, chill out, because we're gonna need a little bit of a review to see. You can see him there very clearly in the shot, trying to plead his case, explaining what he's trying to say. I believe it's Liam Warren here from Dunwoody, Georgia, from Ninja Corps. He's going on an African safari here in a few weeks, and he's taught himself how to juggle while continuing to train at NYX, which is his favorite activity. His fourth time at the World's, second year in the young adult male division for Liam Warren. And again, that's Coach MJ. He is trying to plead his case here that part of the course here is not functioning properly, and is that coach, the other coach, the classy coach, I'm trying to think of his name, who competed yesterday wearing the suit and tie, the vest and tie right there.
I don't remember his name. I do remember him.
Is it Devin?
I can't remember, but like you said, he is the classy coach.
The classy coach, he's there. And so I'll be honest with you, while we're waiting here, I'm just trying to kind of brainstorm who might participate in our potential ladder match next year. Certainly at this point, I've got to nominate Coach MJ for one of those positions. If we had an adult division, I'm going with Mr. Hahn from Team Level Up. What do you think?
Yeah, those would be two good competitors.
She would be good.
Both great coaches.
And if we can pull this off, I don't know who the bad guy would be, but I would volunteer to be their manager. So again, this is going to be something we're going to have to work through all the details, guys. Don't just plan on tuning in next year assuming this is going to happen. This is going to take months of planning. Maybe not necessarily months of planning, but everybody will have to sign a waiver. That's for sure. And if any of our listeners here have an inside connection on a championship belt producer, so we're going to take another break here while we try to figure out what the issue is.
Attention coaches and athletes in the Masters Male Division. Check in for Wave 1 of Masters Male to Stage 3 Tall. It's happening now. First runner will be in about 25 minutes for Wave 1 of Masters Male at Stage 3 Tall. First runner in about 25 minutes.
Up and going again.
We are ready. Chase McCambridge and Liam Warren. Thought I heard a horn as Liam
On the flywheel.
hit the flywheel. Chase in the lead past the Octopus, but Liam's rallied. Did he get credit for the flywheel? So Liam hits the buzzer, but I'm going to have to check here to see if he's going to get credit. On my screen, he did not. On my screen, I've got Chase McCambridge as the winner there. So I'm going to have to get some clarification. Let me see here.
Okay, up next we have Devin Henshaw and James Ethan Cooper.
Still waiting to see who technically our winner is off of that run.
Both boys hitting the flywheel. Here they come. Down the broken pipe onto the Octopus.
James Ethan up to the spinning baskets, and he's got the buzzer. So James Ethan remains undefeated in our double elimination bracket. They're sticking with the winners bracket here. Jackson Amaro in the far lane. Jeremy Loff here in the near lane.
Jeremy, Jackson, what guys you just got
All right, Jeremy Loff off to a great start here. If he can maintain this momentum across the TikTok, up to the spinning baskets, and Jeremy Loff punches his ticket to the next round as Jackson Amaro coming in. Jason Behrens now and Ben Bucci Torres. Jason Behrens out of Ninja U, family and gym. Very solid showings here this weekend. Ben off to a little bit of lead. Jason's got to play catch up across the broken pipes through the Octopus and the TikTok. And Ben Bucci Torres.
Oh, he missed the buzzer.
He missed the buzzer. Are you kidding me? I took my eyes off the screen for just a moment to look at the actual event, and I just heard a collective gasp from the crowd as Ben missed the buzzer, and that lets Jason Behrens moves on here. Now, Cooper Hall, I do believe. This is going to be Cooper Hall from Team Level Up against Bryce Johnson from Strive.
Attention, this is a message to all attendants. Please refrain from blowing whistles. Blowing whistles can confuse athletes on head-to-head, make the video as a false start. We've heard some whistles being blown, so please stop blowing whistles, especially by head-to-head. Don't blow them anywhere. Thank you.
All right. I believe this is Cooper Hall. We're waiting. No, I'm sorry. That might be Nathan Hahn. Again, waiting on I believe this is Nathan Hahn and Wes Federico. I stand corrected. So I did talk to Chad Hahn during that recent break, the most recent break. And he said if we did get that ladder match put together for next year during one of these downtimes, he would be down for it. So I've got one willing participant. Might have to talk to my good friends over at Winner's Circle in Thomasville, put us together a championship belt. Yeah, that is West Federico. He just turned around. So this is Nathan Hahn, one of Chad Hahn's sons. He said he's got two sons participating here, Nathan and Blake. So how cool would it be? Now this is looking ahead. What about if we had a Hahn versus Hahn final?
That would be fun.
I'm telling you, that would be.
As a parent, it might not be too fun.
No kidding. The house divided with Blake and Nathan. How cool would that be?
One of them would end up with ultimate bragging rights.
No kidding, man. And unlike, most things, they could have go best 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 to try to change the results.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to take off.
All right, it is Nathan Hahn and West Federico. Wes out of the gate. Nathan trying to collect himself. Wes with the lead. Nathan rolling onto the Wes got to the spinning baskets first. Nathan Hahn gives him a high five and a hug. But Blake's day's not done. Chad right there trailing along. He will have an opportunity to come back. So now here's Blake Hahn, the younger of the two brothers, against Cameron Ring. Blake and Nathan with a huge cheering section here. Blake off to a strong start. Blake says, "Don't worry, Nathan, I got you, baby." And he's up the spinning baskets, and he's got the buzzer. And look at that time, 14.98 for Blake Hahn. I think you heard the crowd here. You heard that contingent from Level Up. And here's Joshua Vorenchik versus Brooks DeGeeter. Buzzer rolling. Here we go. Vorenchik across the angled steps, up to the broken pipe, over the tick-tock. He's going to take an extra swing, launch himself up, and he's moving on.
Here comes Brooks.
Brooks right behind him. And on his bio, and I'm not sure which day this was, he says Joshua says his parents accidentally locked him out of the camper last night, so he had to sleep outside. I hope that wasn't true last night, because we had, when I say some severe thunderstorms in the area, we had, so if he had to sleep outside last night, man alive, that would be a rough night for Joshua Vorenchik.
Hey, it might not have been an accident.
Holy cow. He may have made him angry at dinner, and they said, "Okay, we'll show you." All right, on to we've got two competitors on the starting block. It looks like, I believe it should be Emmett Kirshner and Gabriel Kalnan. We've got 2 more rounds left here in the double elimination. So
You were right.
okay. Emmett Kirshner Just have to believe that's Tom Kirshner's son. I could be wrong. Saw him in the, I believe, Masters males yesterday. And here we go. Emmett off to an early lead. Across the broken pipes. Like he was shot out of a cannon. Bingo, he's going to be close to that 15-second mark. You heard the ooh from the crowd. He is just under, I think Blake Hahn was at 14.58, and Kirshner just managed a 14.59. Cooper Hall now from Team Level Up versus Bryce Johnson. Little bit of trouble coming off of that. Headed to the flywheel for Cooper. He's trying to play catch up. I'm sorry, Bryce is still back. Bryce had a little bit of trouble. So Cooper now, he can't waste any time. He's got to go back to the TikTok. Swinging a little bit of momentum. Can Bryce catch up? He's trying. And Cooper misses the buzzer. Can he get back around? Yes.
Okay.
And I think Bryce just had a little bit of trouble here. From the very start, he fell behind, and if he could have maybe recovered just a little bit quicker. So now it's going to be back down to our comeback bracket, Devin Henshaw and Clayton Livingston. Devin takes a little bit of a tumble coming off the ring slider to the flywheel. Clayton throwing it into high gear, rolling off of that TikTok. He's got to turn around and go back. And that opens the door for Clayton. And did Devin clear? Because we're seeing, here's what Ryan was talking about earlier. We're missing sometimes what the officials are showing isn't translating. So I'm going to get a little bit of clarification on that one. Devin Henshaw is our winner there over Clayton Livingston. So I'm going to assume he cleared the course. So now Jackson Amaro is going to be facing off against Chase McCambridge. We've got 8 runs here in the comeback bracket. We have 8 competitors left who have not lost yet. And we have 16 who are facing elimination. Okay, I apologize, guys, if you're watching at home, that we have had a few delays here. And I'm not 100. Again, I think it's something related. I would almost guarantee you somebody, but okay. Well, Chase McCambridge is not on the starting block, so it looks like Jackson Amaro is going to get a free pass into the next round. And I love his approach right here. It's him against the clock.
Right.
What a phenomenal run there for Jackson Amaro with really no motivation. He wasn't racing against another competitor, but he still gave it everything he had. Now Ben Bucci Torres in the far lane versus Ian Van Diver here in the near lane. Cross those ring slider to the flywheel. Cross the broken pipes to the TikTok, Ben Bucci Torres. I want to see this time when it pops up. First of all, just listen to the crowd. Well, I think Ian, is he making his way? Yeah, he's on the TikTok now. Up the spinning baskets. And he gets the horn. I want to see Ben's time. That was an extremely clean run. Okay. Nathan Hahn now versus Jack Patton. If we're going to get a Hahn versus Hahn showdown in the finals, Nathan's got to stay alive right here in the comeback bracket. Rolling on, you hear the team level up fans in the background, and Jack slips and falls. If Nathan can navigate this TikTok, I believe he's got it. Up the spinning baskets, and he does. And that, now I will say, Nathan's moving on. He's probably going to have to clean up those spinning baskets if he's going to keep advancing, because he's run into, that's 2 times in a row. He's kind of run into a little bit of trouble there on those spinning baskets. Cameron Ring now versus Jordan Halhoub. Maybe Holem. Cleveland, Ohio. Our Lego fanatic, our self-proclaimed Lego fanatic. Now Jordan slowed down just a little bit, and Cameron in the lead across the TikTok up to the pipe coaster, and Cameron with a phenomenal run, 18.5 seconds. It felt a lot quicker than that.
When they're running in front of you.
No kidding.
You feel the breeze.
Absolutely. Brooks the Geeter now, I believe, out of Ninja U. Yep. Versus Levi Bell from M-Lab, Ohio. I can imagine that these guys see a lot of each other in the Midwest and the North Central competitions. Levi stumbles a little bit, and that opens the door for Brooks across the TikTok. He's going to get an extra swing. If Levi's going to catch up, it's going to have to be on the TikTok. But it's just Brooks. Oh! He had a little trouble on that third basket on those spinning baskets. But Brooks the Geeter stays alive with a great run right there. Now Robert Kinney versus Gabriel Kalnan. They both take an extra little leap toward the flywheel. Gabriel's the first one off, first one to the broken pipes. He stumbles just a little bit. He's got to go back.
Robert.
And that gives Robert
TikTok.
Kinney an opening. And Robert eases his way on to the next round. I think Gabriel trying to get to the octopus, then to the TikTok. Maybe lost his grip just a little bit. So in our final matchup in this round of the single elimination, it's Bryce Johnson in the far lane, Eli Paras Grogan in the near lane. Eli, they both run into a little bit of an issue coming off of that ring slider.
This is going to be a close one.
Absolutely. And Eli off he tried a daring maneuver off the TikTok, and he wasn't able to pull it off. Trying to find him here, and now Bryce punches the buzzer, and Bryce is moving on. I love what Eli Paris Grogan did there. He said he was following the old go big or go home mentality. Unfortunately, he came up just short. Now, Devin Henshaw versus Cameron Ring, still in the single elimination portion of the bracket. So this is literally win or go home. Cameron Ring across the angled steps. Over to the TikTok. He's flying. Cameron with an absolutely flawless ring. Flawless ring. A flawless run, excuse me. I remember watching Cameron a little while ago. On the third stage in the adult male in the when they were moving, and he would go on one thing and he would just hang by one arm. He did the
Right.
exact same thing right there, and I remember seeing him do that a little while ago. Jackson Amaro now versus Brooks DeGeeter. Jackson leading early. Brooks trying to close. And if Jackson can get up on this, there we go. You could tell once he built a little bit of a lead, if he got up to those spinning baskets, he was going to be home free. Now, I believe this is going to be, let me find them. This is Ben Bucci Torres versus Robert Kinney. I remember these guys from a moment ago. Robert Kinney in the near lane, Ben Bucci Torres in the far lane. We just got to get the technology to catch up with us. These guys, in the age of Chat GPT and Google Gemini, these guys are faster than the technology. Trying to catch up here. Big shout out to Ninja Works, the ultimate in ninja timing systems. As you see the banner there behind the starting line. The software that they put together to keep up with this and keep up with it in real time is just phenomenal. And Noah, I've been calling him Levi for a couple days. I don't know where I got that from, but Noah has just been Johnny on the spot when I needed something here.
Oh, they all are.
They are. It's like they come in, tap a couple buttons. I mean, whatever I ask, whatever I need, here they come in, tap a couple of buttons, and I got exactly, everything's done. Oh, it's the award ceremony. I couldn't quite figure out what was going on down there on the baseline of the Coliseum. You know what? Robert Kinney is on the starting block, but his name is not on the equipment yet to face off against Ben Bucci Torres. I wonder, where Robert defeated Gabriel Kalnan in the previous round, I wonder if we're getting a video review maybe to verify that Robert won. Now, that again, that is totally conjecture. I'm just truly pulling that out of thin air, but that's really the only logical explanation for what I'm seeing here. In our other single elimination matchup, we've got Nathan Hahn versus Bryce Johnson.
Okay, and they just pulled him off.
Okay, wait a minute. So now it's going to be, yeah, so Ben's not there. Okay, Robert Kinney versus Gabriel Kalnan. Now the winner of this one will face Ben Bucci Torres in the next round, but Ben gets a little bit of a break here.
Ben was excited to compete.
No kidding. And so here comes Gabriel. I'm quite certain these two guys just ran. So here they go. Gabriel, maybe not. Up along, and here goes Gabriel. Okay, so Gabriel with a great run there. Robert, you can just see the disappointment. He really obviously wanted to keep going, but unfortunately, Gabriel was just a little too tough for him. Okay, so here who we've got left in the oh, sorry guys, tried to pull this up for you. Here's who we've got in the single elimination. We've got Jackson Amaro, Cameron Ring, and now Gabriel. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on, don't let me give you that yet. Let's wait just a moment. I'm not. That kind of threw me for a loop with Robert versus Gabriel. So it's going to be Nathan Hahn versus Bryce Johnson, and it's going to be Ben Bucci Torres versus Gabriel Collin, who we just saw in the winners bracket. Guys who have not lost yet. Blake Hahn versus James Ethan Cooper.
Okay, now we've got some guys up. Looks
Oh,
like
we
it's
do.
going to
Okay.
be Gabriel Kahn or Conan and Ben Bucci Torres.
Okay, so here's the matchup I thought I was going to get a moment ago. Ben rolling again. Up to the spinning baskets, and Ben is on a roll, man.
Whoa, yes he is.
His last couple runs, that one was 15.54. That may be our best run of the day. Nathan Hahn now in the far lane, Bryce Johnson in the near lane. And we're in for a barn burner right here to see who stays alive here in the comeback bracket. Nathan from Team Level Up. He's off to a big lead. Can he handle the tick-tock? Oh, he takes an extra leap. And Bryce doesn't, but Bryce doesn't make it. So Nathan now on the spinning basket. I love what Bryce Johnson tried to do there. He knew he was behind. He knew desperate times call for desperate measures. He just came up just short of that pipe coaster flying off of that tick-tock. Now, let's make our way back up to the double elimination. These guys have not lost yet. Blake Hahn and James Ethan Cooper. And James wasn't quite ready. James from Dexterity Depot. See that look on his face. He's like, wait a minute now. There we go. So his back of his shirt says E. Cooper. I'm wondering if he just goes by Ethan. I'm not sure.
But you're right, his shirt did say E. Cooper.
So Blake Hahn now undefeated so far. James Ethan Cooper undefeated so far out of Dexterity Depot. Dexterity Depot and Team Level Up. These two teams have been sensational here this weekend, so it's appropriate that we get them here on the later rounds of the double elimination bracket of the Young Adult Male Head-to-Head Championship. Blake Hahn, 15 years old. James Ethan, 16 years old.
World's strongest ninja for the Green Female Tier 1 division is Roy Hoffman.
I'm still holding out hope for, and no offense to all the rest of our competitors, I'm still holding out hope for a Hahn versus Hahn final. And Chad Hahn, their dad, coaches both of them. What would you do if you were him? Would you just sit in the stands and watch?
I don't know what I would do.
I don't think you could trail alongside both of them. Maybe recruit Mom out of the stands, but no way Mom would cheer for one of them. Maybe find a couple other competitors from Team Level Up and let them
That's a good idea.
coach them in the finals. Oh, here we go. Blake Hahn versus James Ethan Cooper. Blake rolling onto the flywheel. He stumbled just a little bit, but he recovered quickly. Onto the angled steps, up to the octopus, to the TikTok. He is rolling right up that. And Blake Hahn,
Ooh.
boy, he's tough. James Ethan Cooper, very nice run. I don't think he's going to get credit. He's going to have to redo the spinning baskets, but either way, Blake is going to be moving on in the bracket. 15. No, that wasn't right. Sorry to say 15.27, but that was James Ethan's time before he got to. Okay, Joshua Dvoranchik versus Jeremy Loft. I'd say Joshua's been extremely impressive. They all have. But Jeremy heading on. I love the American flag on the jersey there. A lot of his teammates are wearing. And Jeremy's going to cruise on to the next round. Joshua Varanchik playing catch up a little bit here. On to the TikTok. And he's going to start over with the TikTok. Oh, up the spinning basket. There we go. Dylan's like, what, wait a minute. As Joshua. All right, here we go. Emmett Kirshner and Jason Behrens. Man, we've talked about this being a family affair, but right here you've seen the Hans, the Kirshners, and the Behrens. That is a great family tree for these three families. Unbelievable showing here in Greensboro.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see that?
Barely.
13.85
Whoa.
seconds. Jason Behrens just ran a 15.8 and wasn't, I mean, I hate to say it, he wasn't even close. I mean, Emmett Kirshner just,
Come on, Cooper, you got this.
I don't even know if he left a footprint
Whoa.
on the track. Cooper Hall now another team level up participant versus Wes Federico. Seems like Wes beat one of the Hahn boys a moment ago. Can he take out another member of, or send another member of team level up to the comeback bracket? Wes leaping up the spinning basket, and it's Wes Federico. So Wes Federico with back-to-back wins over members of Team Level Up. So one member of Team Level Up, Blake Hahn, remaining undefeated. Here we go, James Ethan Cooper versus Nathan Hahn. If we're going to get a Hahn final, Nathan's got to stay alive right here. Let's see what he can do on the octopus to the TikTok. He's got and James Ethan took a bad tumble, and basically Nathan's just got to finish, and I'm hoping James Ethan is okay. Coming off of, was it the broken, no, it was the pole vault, I believe, or the flywheel. He took a bad
I think
tumble.
it's the broken pipe. He's down here.
Okay.
And we just got the thumbs up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at my screen. I don't even know where in real life that is. Sorry about that. So Nathan stays alive here in the comeback bracket. Ben Bucci Torres versus Joshua Foranchik. This is an absolute coin flip, guys. These two have been just rolling. Ben.
Oh.
And Joshua took a bad tumble. We've seen that in back-to-back runs.
And he just gets up and keeps going.
He is. He's just flying. I love the tenacity there for Joshua. He knows basically his weekend is over, but he gets back up. I mean, he ran a 20.13 after falling.
A hard fall.
A very hard fall. You heard the collective gasp here in the stand. All right, Joshua Behrens, Jackson Amaro. I believe Jackson at least has a sister competing here. So, again, we talk about the family affair. I mean, this is an absolute family affair here at the World Ninja League Championships. Jason Behrens was almost flawless in his last run. Let's see if he can do that again. On to the, across the angled steps, the broken pipe, the octopus, tick-tock, up to the, you can hear the crowd. That's a 14.78. Jackson Amaro right there with
yes,
him.
he was.
14.9 out. 0.2 of a second separated those two guys. That is the margin for error here in this head-to-head. Cooper Hall now and Cameron Ring. And Cooper runs into a little bit of trouble coming off the ring slider. Is that the opening Cameron needed? No, Cooper's back in the lead. Cooper did not let that deter him. And Team Level Up advances again. Cooper Hall. So now 4 competitors left in the single elimination bracket. 4 competitors left in the double elimination. Now Nathan Hahn and Ben Bucci Torres, don't blink.
It's going to be a show.
Dead even. Dead even. Ben by a nose across the tick-tock to the spinning baskets. Did Nathan fall?
Hahn went to take 2 things on 2 swings on
man.
the tick-tock.
And that was all Ben Bucci Torres needed, unfortunately. And Chad Hahn smiling, shaking his head. We will not get the Hahn versus Hahn final I was hoping for, but great run for those guys. Great run for that family. So they've got to be tickled to death.
I'm sure they get the Hahn versus Hahn competition regularly at home.
I would like to see that. Some behind-the-scenes footage of a Hahn versus Hahn showdown at the Hahn house. Speaking of family affairs, Jason Behrens, I can't emphasize it enough. I believe it was his dad who was, did he win the Masters Male division yesterday? I'll look this stuff up. If you guys, y'all can, if you're at home, you can look that up here on the World Ninja League bracket. So I believe it's going to be Cooper Hall now from Team Level Up, trying to maintain that representation from Team Level Up. So against Jason Behrens from Ninja U. Behrens the first to the flywheel. Behrens leading to the angled steps. Behrens leading to the tick-tock. And now Behrens, Jason Behrens moves on, 14.6. I'm wondering if the Behrens house, if they have some spinning baskets that you have to cross maybe to get inside the house,
That's
to get
their
to the
password.
dinner table. That's their password, is get through it. There you go, man. Blake Hahn now. Jeremy Loft off to a quick start.
Yes, he is.
Did Blake fall maybe? So Jeremy Loft hot on his trail. And so now Jeremy Loft, 14.71. I believe Blake fell. So Jeremy moves on to the winner's bracket final. And he will face, speaking of family affairs, Emmett Kirshner or Wes Federico. So Wes Federico out of Franklin, Massachusetts. Emmett Kirshner, Cedar Falls, Iowa, Ninja U.
I believe we're going to have a restart.
And it's almost, I don't know. Almost reminds me of Ohio State being wide receiver U, Southern Cal being running back U. Ninja U is just flat out Ninja U. They just turn out ninjas left and right. That's an absolutely fitting name for that gym. Even out of the gate. I try to watch them and see if anybody gets a little bit of a quicker jump. Emmett Kirshner, as long as he doesn't run into any trouble, Emmett's going to be almost impossible to beat. And Emmett Kirshner, I'm telling you, those spinning baskets.
No, it cracks me up.
It's unbelievable. It is truly the athleticism, the speed. All right, I don't have time to do a deep analysis because we got Blake Hahn and Jason Behrens. And one of these guys is going to be done. And Blake tumbles. That's all Jason Behrens needed. And Jason Behrens rolling on. And it's going to be Jason Behrens into the, not quite the comeback bracket finals, but it's going to be Jason Behrens and he's going to face off against the winner of Wes Federico and Ben Bucci Torres. I mean, it is just to see these guys, you know, the runs that they have. The runs that they have, you know, there can only be one winner. That's just the way competitions work. But, I mean, these guys, so many of them have just had phenomenal runs here in Greensboro. It has been, the real winners are all the fans sitting in the stands who have just been treated to a spectacular show all weekend, and in particular this afternoon. Wes Federico on top. Ben Bucci Torres in the near lane. Ben off to a little bit, and that's all it takes. Ben doesn't even slow down.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm just sitting here with my mouth agape. And what we're waiting on Wes to finish. I want to see these times. I can't quite see it. I've got
13.23.
13.23 for Ben Bucci Torres. There we go.
I just want to know where Ben got his shorts.
Yes,
I love
absolutely
his shorts.
He's the purple blur. Because we're stationed about at the midway point, just before the broken pipes here on the course. And it is literally, if you look up, it is just a purple blur going past you.
You are right.
Okay, Jason Behrens versus Ben Bucci Torres now. In the winners bracket final, Jeremy Loff is going to square off against Emmett Kirshner. So,
say that again, I missed it.
Jeremy Loff is going to square off against Emmett Kirshner.
Okay.
In the winners bracket final. Whoever wins that race will be in the championship. Ben Bucci Torres is getting ready to race Jason Behrens. Hold on to your hats, folks.
Jason Queen is standing up for
I
this
gotta
one.
stand up. I mean, the energy, it is just palpitating here in the Greensboro Coliseum. Barron's on the far lane. Ben Butcher-Torres, the purple blur. He's off to a lead, and I'm afraid, but Jason
even.
right there with him. Now to the spinning baskets.
Jason
Who will it
just
be?
took
If Jason
13.37 seconds.
If Jason Barron's gets to those spinning baskets, it's over. I've said that about a few guys. Tom Kirshner yesterday, but it's a fact. I mean, he is a monster on the spinning baskets. Jeremy Loft now in the top lane. Emmett Kirshner in the bottom in the near lane out of Ninja U. Emmett leading across the octopus over to the spinning baskets, and Emmett Kirshner with the win. What time did he post?
12.83.
12.83, another sub 13-second run. So now Emmett Kirshner is in the championship. If someone is going to dethrone Emmett Kirshner, they will have to beat him on back-to-back runs. In the bottom half of the bracket, it's going to be Jared Loft versus, give me just a second here. Hang on, got to get the technology to catch up. I'm telling you, the technology just cannot keep up with these guys. I mean, running under 13 seconds. The only, and typically these guys are at the starting line almost as soon as somebody else finishes. The only competition I've ever watched where the next group had to be ready to go that quickly was Redneck Brawl. If you've ever seen a Redneck Brawl on a Saturday, I mean, as soon as one guy gets knocked out, we got two more competitors making their way down the runway. If you've never seen Redneck Brawl,
I would not recommend it.
I can't co-sign on it. I'm not proud that I've watched it. I'm telling you, it's the only thing I can compare the go time to.
And here we go.
Jeremy Loft, Jason Barron. One of these guys will move on.
But we're going to have to start over.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when you get to this point in the competition, those false starts are pretty common because they know an eighth of a second is all it takes. Now, could our person on the computer see into the future? They accidentally put Jeremy Loft in the finals. Let's see if that was a spoiler. Jeremy Loft, he's got a lead now. Barron's trying to catch up. Loft, Barron's to the spinning basket.
Oh, wow.
And it's Jeremy Loft with a 13.29. Unbelievable effort from Jason Barron's. I mean, incredible effort there. But Jeremy Loft. Oh. Okay. That sets up our championship. Jeremy Loft will face Emmett Kirshner in the finals. Emmett Kirshner has not lost. So Jeremy Loft will have to beat Emmett Kirshner twice. If Emmett wins, he will be the champion. Come about here up. Take that. Thank you.
Whatever I hit first, it's skipping two until it skips and three steps in the ring.
Okay, we're gonna catch our breath here in the Greensboro Coliseum before we move on. I'm exhausted and I haven't even worked the course yet. So, you know, just the energy, everybody's heart rate's up. Head to head, final two. Here we go. Emmett Kirshner in the far lane. Jeremy Loff in the near lane. The crowd roaring. And here we go. Emmett Kirshner has not lost. If he wins, he's a champ. If Jeremy wins, we got to do it again. Jeremy off to the lead.
Close.
And Emmett misstep. We're going to do it again soon as Jeremy finishes. So Emmett with a misstep there on the angled blocks.
Did he?
On the angled step. So he says, I don't have to worry about it. We're going to roll again. So it's all going to come down to this. You're going to hear probably the "We Will Rock You" chant get started here. Everybody's ready. We're going to do it again. Emmett Kirshner and Jeremy Loff. Let's see. They're going to take a few minutes now and run it again to determine the young adult male head-to-head champion here in the World Ninja League Season 11. We're going to take an informal poll here behind me. Who you got? Jeremy, we're split. Who you got? Jeremy. All right, we got 2-1 Jeremy here. We'll see, and that's by a couple competitors standing here.
Let's see if Kirshner can prove them wrong.
That's right. And I bet if I kept asking around, we'd be at close to a 50-50 split. That's how close these two guys are. You can hear the crowd. Stomp, stomp, clap. Stomp, stomp, clap. Jeremy exhaling, trying to catch his breath. Emmett misstep, not quite halfway through the course during their first run. And so we're going to do it again. Here they go. Jeremy's off. Emmett's off. Almost dead even. Jeremy by a nose. Jeremy misses. And it's Emmett Kirshner is going to win as Jeremy Loff went to grab the pipe coaster. He lost his grip and fell, and so Emmett could just coast to the championship, and all of his Ninja U teammates are here waiting on him to come off the course to congratulate him. Great run there for Emmett Kirshner to earn the title of Young Adult Male
Head-to-head champion.
Head-to-head champion. About lost my train of thought there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got the Masters female head-to-head competition. So we will be back. I think we'll probably take 10 to 15 minutes. I truly have no idea. And we'll be back.
But we will be back.